Feeling.
Finally got you on this thing, man. I just hit the record button, man, so we can record this, bro. So we'll
Uh,
have some footage, man. Now, man, once again, we got Cory on the line, man. So what exactly do you do, my brother? You flip land.
yeah, man, flip land. Started about 3 years ago. Just it kind of was a fluke, man. I started wholesaling houses, you know what I mean? And that's a lot harder than the gurus make it out to be. So,
For
you
real?
know,
Okay.
yeah. Got
Oh,
into that. Cold called for 4 months, landed a deal. Didn't really even make any money. I mean, it was a $5,000 assignment fee, you know what I mean?
okay.
But I had already spent so much money on marketing and coursework and stuff like that that
Okay.
technically I had broke even. So had a local mentor at the time who kept trying to put me onto land. He had been flipping land in Houston for quite some time. And he was like, man, cold call this land list, cold call this land list. So finally I said, hell, man, all right, I'll do it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll do it.
Right.
And I want to say it was like a month later, maybe a month and a half, I landed a six-figure land deal. So
What? Some six figures for your first one?
yeah, well, so I mean, gross, it was six figures. We didn't net six figures, but yeah, it was a gross six-figure flip. So we contracted for 75,000
Okay.
and sold it on market for 175 like a month later.
Hmm. So let me ask you this. So what's the difference between wholesaling and land flipping? What was the biggest difference for you?
Really? Well, so you mean like the biggest difference in like what makes one harder or easier than the
Yeah,
other?
exactly. Because what I hear is what I see online is land flipping is much easier from how they try to put it out there than wholesaling. I never done either. I flip houses, but I've been watching
Yeah.
you for a minute, man.
Yeah, so the concepts are the same, obviously. Like when you hear the term wholesaling, you think of assignment agreements and assigning contracts. You
Right.
go under contract with the seller, you assign your rights to the contract to an end buyer. The concept is the same for houses versus land. Just the asset is different. You know what I mean? So all the terminology, the paperwork, it's really all the same. The only
Okay.
difference, in my opinion, is and like what you're talking about is yes, it is easier in my opinion because people don't care about land like they do their house.
Oh,
There's
okay.
usually some kind of emotional attachment to a house. Like they
Okay.
raised their kids there, they had their first kid there, they grandma's cooking was here every Sunday. There's something,
Right, right, right,
so
right.
when you're trying to buy someone's house at, 50 cents on the dollar, there's a lot of defensiveness in that. And it's hard trying to get those deals. With land, man, people inherit this land. They buy it thinking they're going to build something on it. Life happens. They never do anything with it. They move out of state and then they're stuck paying taxes on this piece of dirt they're never going to do anything with.
Okay.
So much easier.
Okay. Nah, that make a lot of sense, man. That make a lot of sense. So what is the cheapest land that you done purchased? Let me ask you that. Because it's different when it comes to houses.
Yeah. Man, I think I'm actually under contract right now with the cheapest piece of land I've ever bought, and it's I'm under contract for $200.
I seen that on your page, man. I
Yeah,
seen
man.
that. How does that work, man? So what's the process of land flipping, man? And we're gonna get into what I do in a little bit later. But what is the process? Like $200. Let's take that. Let's take that one. How did you get that for $200?
Yeah.
How do you
Man, this
catch
one.
something like that?
Yeah. So to be honest, I don't even love doing deals like this because there's so little room for like a big spread. Because when you're buying something for $200, generally speaking, it's not worth a boatload of money. So you can't get a giant spread. Um,
Mm.
Getting this one for $200, but it's probably worth, I'd say conservatively, 4 grand, but
Okay.
still, like if you're just starting out, if you could buy something for $200 and flip it for 4,000, like that's a steal. You know what I mean? That's
Hell
a come
yeah,
up.
that's a big steal, man.
So,
Big steal.
yeah, man, the process for this one is simple. I sent out the mail. That's what I do. I do direct mail. That's my marketing.
Yeah, I
The
remember
guy
you told
called.
me.
Guy called off my postcard. He was straight with me from the get go, man. He was like, "I have this property. I bought it 7 years ago. I'm never gonna do anything with it. It's just a vacant lot, no utilities." He's like, "Frankly, I'm just paying the taxes on it, and I don't want to be paying the taxes on it anymore. The taxes are low. I think the taxes are like $50 a year. It's nothing. But in their mind, it's like something that they have to keep track of, and they don't want to deal with it. You know what I
Right,
mean?"
right, right.
Um, so I looked at the ARV, the market value, and I saw that it's worth 3 or 4 grand. And I said, I'm not really interested in this, but let me call him and let him know my thoughts on it because that's just what I do. Called him back, told him, hey, man, I don't think I'm really going to be interested in this. It's not what I'm looking to buy right now. I said the only way that I'd be interested in it as if you pretty much gave it to me. He was like, "I'll take $200," and I was like,
Dang.
you know. So it's kind of like a little tactic, I really was serious. I wasn't really interested in it, but
Right.
sometimes I do that whole push away, like, hey, I'm not even interested in this.
So they can come forward.
See what they have to say. Yeah.
All right. So basically, he made you. Or he didn't have to make an offer. He kind of spoke first when it came to dollar amount.
Yeah. He put the number out there and I was like, all right, hell, we'll just do it then. I can't lose at
Bucks.
$200,
Yeah. You can't lose on that one, man. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Now, for anybody who watching this right here, man, for new people who never been into real estate, right? What is the best way to get into land flipping? What would you say?
Yeah. So it might sound a little bit contradictory, but I'll say two things, right? It really takes no more effort, no more knowledge, no insight to do a $20,000 land flip than it does a $2,000 land flip.
Mm,
But I guess generally speaking, people get kind of intimidated,
right.
when they're brand new with the higher purchase prices, the higher assignment fees. They think there's something different about doing a $20,000 land flip. So they're intimidated by that. So I would say, first off, try to crush that limiting belief that you have, that self-doubt about, oh, I can't do a $20,000 land flip brand new because I don't know what I'm doing. It takes no more knowledge, no more effort. The big deals, in my experience, generally speaking, are easier than
Easier.
the
I was
small.
just gonna say that. Yeah,
They're easier.
just gonna
And
say
I know
that.
that that's kind of hard to wrap your head around when you're brand new, but so there's the flip side of that. Like if you can't seem to get past that and you're like, I just need to get started, I always tell people start small. There's so much land in the United States for $500 an acre. There's dirt cheap land all over. I would just say look in markets where land is selling for sub $10,000, sub $5,000, and target those areas. If you see that 1 acre properties are selling for $5,000 in an area,
Mhm.
that's the common theme. Target 1 acre properties in that area and offer 1,000. It's that simple.
Mm,
You know what
mm.
I mean?
Okay, now where do you go to sell your land? Let me make sure that. So let's say you got land under contract. What is your process on getting rid of it? You have direct buyers, Facebook Market, Craigslist, or just all of the above?
Yeah, it's kind of all of the above, but I would say my top go-tos, man, are the MLS. That's number one, bro.
MLS.
I put everything on the MLS. And
Okay.
that's another one of those points of, I guess, like friction where new people or wholesalers get caught up and they think, well, how are you listing on the MLS? With
Yeah.
an agent,
Yeah.
with an
Agent. Of
agent.
course. Yeah. Agent.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's simple. You don't
Yeah.
got to overcomplicate this stuff, all right?
Yeah.
You can put it on the MLS with your agent. Now, I guess the disclaimer to that is my purchase agreement, like my initial purchase agreement with the seller, does have a clause or like a contingency in there that states I am allowed to market the property on the MLS and other forms of marketing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um,
Cover your
so
ass.
they're reading the agreement, they're signing it. It's
Yeah.
free game from there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You got no pushback. So I list on the MLS. I sell probably, I'd just say I'd sell 90% of my deals on market because when you put something on the MLS, you're exposing your deal to the biggest buyers pool, right?
Right.
I mean, it's open for the world to see. If I don't sell it on the MLS, I'm putting out bandit signs in the area. Bandit signs in the area will also work really well because you've got all those local people that drive around in the area of your land.
Right.
Um, and all I do with that is 25 signs within a couple mile radius of my deal, and it'll say land for sale, 1 acre, $5,000 cash, call this number. And
Oh yeah. Real simple.
feel
Real. Just straight to the point.
that's it. And then you field the phone calls when the potential buyers call in, they've got questions. I might answer a couple of questions, but I'll already have something typed up, man, like a quick, like in my notes, I'll have all the property details and a couple of pictures. So I'm trying to get off the phone with them as quick as possible. I'm just sending them a picture of, the pictures I have, like a listing basically in my
All right.
phone.
This year.
And then,
Like a
yeah,
listing
hit
on
me back.
MLS.
Yeah, hit me back if you want to make something happen. So,
Man, that's pretty creative, man. I ain't seen anybody do that in a while, man. I
yeah.
would assume that works too.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, man. I remember talking to you a while ago, man. I think we was on another FaceTime call, man. I
Yeah, I
flip
remember.
houses, you flip land. I'm like, I
Yeah,
got this guy on a Zoom call, man. Let people know what he do and what I
yeah.
do, man. I
Yeah,
like
because
what you got going on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man, because you're flipping houses in Atlanta.
Yep, Atlanta, Georgia. I just finished up
Yeah,
2 rehabs, man, 2 weeks ago. So I'm about to refinance both of those, pull the money back out. About
yeah,
80 grand a piece about of both of them. So that's about
that's
a
killer, dude.
buck 60 right there. And I'm gonna do it again. So we just keep doing
Yeah.
it over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's killer. See, and I don't necessarily have any desire to flip houses, not at least rehabbing, existing houses. I do have a plan to segue into new construction flipping. So
Mhm.
buying the land, building, and then
But in,
selling.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that, man.
Nah, that's killer, bro. That's killer. What I'm about to move into now is apartment complexes, man. Because
Yeah,
because you can go through private lenders and bring 15% down to the table of 700 grand, which is 120 grand or something like that to the table. You got your 24 unit apartment complex producing
yeah,
56, 70 grand a month. So that's what I'm finna hop into. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna give me a few more I'm gonna do a few more flips, and I'm gonna probably keep some of them just for the portfolio because
Hmm.
finance them, I keep them, and then I run them out to like travel nurses and stuff like that. But now I'm finna jump. I'm finna jump into the big boy stuff now, man.
Yeah,
Apartment
absolutely.
complexes, man. But yeah,
So how
all
long?
interested in land flipping, man. I seen you do it. I seen another guy, Book of Eli or some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
big.
seen
He's
him do
big
it.
on Instagram. Got a course, I think. Got like a mentorship program. Yeah, there's quite a few, quite a few. Land flipping is becoming pretty popular.
It is.
Yeah,
Damn, man, that's cool. I tried the wholesale, man, about a year ago, man. It didn't work out for me, bro. But I guess same as you, man. Like it didn't work out. But I'm assuming land flipping is easier, man. Watching you do it.
yeah, it's certainly easier. I mean, I tell people though, I think I'm kind of guilty of perpetuating like it's a cakewalk. It's still a grind, bro. Like you
Oh
still gotta,
yeah,
it still takes effort, a lot of daily, consistent effort. You got to spend the money on the marketing, you got to have the conversations, you got to make the offers, you got to negotiate. And then even once you get a signed purchase agreement, you probably know getting it from contract to close is a whole nother ball game. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So it's work, bro. It's work.
yeah. Nah, that's
Yeah.
what's up, man. That's what's up, bro. I definitely like what you got going on, man. I definitely want to get this content, man. Chop it up real good. Shoot it to you and myself, so we have something to, I'm saying, network with, man. Promote.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm saying? I promote you to my people. I'm trying to grow my fan base, of course, like you are too. So we both do similar things, man, in real estate, just kind of slightly different.
Yeah. Well, you seem to be crushing it, man. I was checking out your page, and I know like you said, we talked a couple of months ago.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We
You
talked a
were
couple
you were
months ago.
flipping. Yeah,
Yeah,
killing it,
man.
bro.
Now I'm going bigger and bigger, man. But I always been interested in land, bro, for some reason. Watching you do it, watch Eli do it. I'm like, is it really that easy? Like, should I give it a shot? I'm like,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah,
uh,
especially if you've got some capital, man, because I'm big on pushing for people to close on their own land deals. Like I buy all of my land deals, or at least
I think
90%
you
of them.
told me that. You said like you going with your cash and get it and then
Yeah.
resell it. So you don't really wholesale it no more.
No, I rarely do assignments. I only do assignments if like the purchase price is a little bit out of my budget. Like I don't, or at least I don't want to put up that much capital. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like that much capital. But man, like it's so much easier when you close on these deals because then you're the owner. You got options at that point. You know what I mean? One, the seller is out of the way. You don't even have to worry about them no more because you've
Because
already
it's
paid them
yours.
off. It's
Right.
mine. Now I've got options. I can list it. I can sell it on seller finance. I can build on it. I mean, you got options.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, where's the main place you go to find your deals, man? Let me ask you that.
So where am I marketing or like where am I pulling lists?
Where you pulling your list to even call and find people?
So I use list source.
Okay.
I've always used list source. I mean, but in today's day and age, there's a million and one list providers. Everyone
Right.
owns a data
Yeah,
company
yeah,
these
yeah.
days.
True, true,
Like
true.
the natural segue of being a big time wholesaler, and then you're getting your own data company, and it's all the data for the most part is being pulled from the same places. But I think list source is the most reputable, and they have the longest like reputation for like good, accurate data.
Okay, okay. List source. So
Yeah, list
anybody
source.
who looking to get into land flipping, man, list source is where you want to go pull your list. Cause my guy Cory said that's the most reputable, man. I like
Yeah,
that.
man.
I like that. I like that. Mr. Flipping Some Land on Instagram, man. Go follow my guy. Give him shout outs, man. Go check him out. See what he doing. He flipping land out here, making a killing. I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you taking a call with me, man. I want to get this out, get some footage to my people on what you do, what I do, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It was good chopping it up with you, and we'll have to kick it soon. We'll have to reverse the roles, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
talk about house flipping because you're
Yeah.
obviously killing it, bro. And people need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I'm working on, man. I'm working on building my fan base now. You know what I'm saying? Building my socials. I got with different marketing companies now who can help me out to build my socials up. Cause I've been so in the behind scenes doing it, killing it. But now it's like
Yeah,
everybody else teach it. I can teach my shit too. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So I'm already
Yeah,
killing the game, so I might as well show it.
100%. And you're gonna resonate
Yeah,
with people, that other people like. There's an audience for everybody. You know what I mean? Like
exactly, bro.
you have
Exactly.
your own unique individuality that someone else doesn't have. So,
Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna definitely stay in touch with you, my brother. We're gonna definitely take more of these calls, man, and get some updates on me, man. Appreciate you taking the call, my brother.
all right, man. Yeah, it was good chopping it up. Take it
All right.
easy.
You too, man. Take care.